Your husband was the anonymous donor, the fertility clinic called to tell me. We used a donor because my husband said he couldn't have kids. The clinic was updating their records due to new genetic testing regulations. They needed to inform families if any donor information had changed. My donor's profile had been flagged. His real name was now in the system, Michael David Torres, my husband. I sat in my car outside the grocery store for 45 minutes trying to understand what I'd just heard. We tried for 2 years before Michael admitted he was infertile. Something about a childhood illness that damaged his reproductive system. He'd cried telling me, said he'd understand if I wanted to leave. I told him we'd find another way. We chose donor conception, anonymous, selected based on physical traits and medical history. Brown hair, green eyes, no family history of major diseases. 9 months later, our son Oliver was born. He had Michael's chin, his crooked smile. I told myself I was imagining it, that all babies look alike, that I wanted to see Michael in him so badly I'd invented the resemblance. Oliver was 5 now. 5 years of raising a child I thought had no genetic connection to my husband, except he did. Michael was the donor. Michael was Oliver's biological father, but Michael couldn't have children. He'd told me. He'd cried about it. We'd grieved together. I drove home in a fog. Michael was in the backyard pushing Oliver on the swing. I watched them through the kitchen window. Same chin, same crooked smile, same laugh. How had I convinced myself it was coincidence? I confronted him that night after Oliver went to bed, put the clinic's letter on the table between us, watched the color drain from his face. I can explain. You told me you couldn't have kids. You watched me grieve. You let me use a stranger's genetic material when you could have been the father the whole time. I was the father. I am the father. You lied to me for 7 years. Michael sat down heavily. The weight of whatever he'd been carrying finally too much. I wasn't lying about being infertile. I was infertile because I chose to be. What does that mean? I had a vasectomy when I was 19. The room tilted. You had a vasectomy at 19 and you never told me? I never told anyone. I was too ashamed to explain why. The story came out in pieces. Michael grew up in a violent home. His father beat his mother, beat him, beat his younger sister until she developed a stutter that took years of therapy to fix. When Michael turned 18, he moved out, cut off all contact, swore he would never have children because he was terrified of becoming his father. At 19, he walked into a clinic and made sure it could never happen. I thought I was protecting future children from me, he said. I was so certain the violence was in my blood, that I'd pass it down like a disease. Then he met me, fell in love, watched me talk about wanting a family someday, saw the light in my eyes when I held my sister's baby. I wanted to tell you. Every day I wanted to tell you. But how do you explain that you sterilized yourself because you thought you were a monster? When we started trying and nothing happened, he let me believe it was a medical mystery, easier than admitting the truth. Then why are you the donor? Because I got it reversed. He'd found a specialist, had the vasectomy reversed 2 years into our marriage. The success rate was uncertain, but it worked. He was fertile again. I wanted Oliver to be ours, both of ours. But I couldn't tell you about the vasectomy without explaining everything. So I became a donor at our clinic, used a fake name, hoped they'd select my sample for you. You left it to chance? I left it to something. Fate, maybe. I figured if it was meant to be, it would happen. And it did. 5 years. Our son was 5 years old, and I was just learning he belonged to both of us. You should have told me. I know. About the vasectomy. About your father. About everything. I know. I was a coward. I was so scared of losing you that I lost myself instead. I looked at this man I'd married. The man who'd grown up being beaten and responded by making sure he'd never hurt a child. The man who'd reversed that decision for me. The man who'd found a way to give me a biological child when he couldn't face telling me the truth about his past. Oliver is yours. Oliver has always been mine. I just wanted him to be mine in every way, and I was too broken to ask for that directly. We sat in the kitchen until 3 a.m. He told me about his childhood, the beatings, the fear, the sister he still talks to weekly, the father who died alone in a nursing home last year without ever meeting his grandson. I'm not him, Michael said. I've spent my whole life terrified of being him, but I'm not. I know you're not. Oliver knows too. He broke down then. 35 years of shame finally spoken out loud. We're in therapy now, both of us, together and separately. Oliver doesn't know yet. We'll tell him when he's older. When we can explain that his father wanted him so badly, he found a way around his own fear. Some lies protect us. Others protect the people we love from the parts of ourselves we haven't healed yet. Michael lied about the vasectomy for 7 years, but he also gave me a son who carries both of us forward. I'm still learning how to hold both truths at once.